Welcome to Mystic Moons. Give me 1 minute. How is everyone doing today? I'm picking up on a reading that I started a couple days ago. This is part of our exploration into that which we feel. And as that is so, with the collective readings that I do, I pretty much do it. Oh, thank you for the like. I pretty much do it with not just the sun, the moon, the rising, but add the 12th house and the 8th house. So something to anticipate. Shall we see? I am going to be doing the collectives of Scorpio, Leo, Capricorn, Gemini, and Aquarius. If you have placements that you're interested in the other signs, take a look back on my lives a few days ago, and you'll find it. In the meantime, let's go and see. All right. There's one more thing I want before we get started. Where is it? All right. Cards popped out there. Scorpio, I'm going to hold on to that for you. Let's take a look. Yes, if you appreciate my time, do give me a thumbs up. Thank you so much for the like. And if you have any questions, you can share. Let's see. What is something to anticipate for Scorpio? Well, Scorpio, something's coming out fast. Something is bursting out to say, I am here. Some attention, Scorpio, something that was blocked and now is coming through. Ideas, opinions, collaboration, sitting down and seeing what's there. Let's find out more. Keep in mind too, Scorpio, we did just enter a Sagittarius season last week, a few days ago. Capricorn season comes right up here. I have 8 of Wands is also Sagittarius energy, 3 of Pentacles, Capricorn. But we'll see what this is, but something coming fast now that could possibly impact you come whatever it's called in the next couple weeks. That's what it's called. So Three of Pentacles, something to anticipate for Scorpio. Scorpio, you're going to have to decide. There's some choices here. Well, first of all, Six of Cups is Scorpio energy. With Three of Pentacles, we're talking about the relationship of the people who you're interacting with, the relationships of your friends. It could be, however, Knight of Wands, Knight of Swords. We have movement here. Somebody could be moving. Someone could be coming in. It's time for them to do so. Could also be time, Scorpio, for you yourself to take stock of what situations are you surrounding yourself with. This is very high level, other than I just know that the people who you'd work with, you would build, you would collaborate. There is good feeling here, at least good enough feeling here. Nothing in the way, though, of love and romance with Three of Pentacles here. Six of Cups could be related to the workplace, could be commerce, buying and selling, collaborating. Definitely talking in conversation towards collaborating, but something to anticipate for you. And this is really a short-term energy, not really long-term energy too. I'm going to say that as well. You're going to have to make a choice about the people or situations or both that you are currently spending your time in. There's something about it, Scorpio, that has run its course. You have movement that you're meant to do, Scorpio. It could be that those that you're dealing with, they will go off or you're meant to go off. You have movement coming. Thank you for the like. Let's go and see Leo. I suppose I could have said signs, but we'll do that with the next one. You could take it back. What did we have? We had Eight of Wands with Sagittarius, Three of Pentacles with Capricorn. We had Knights, Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords always veers between Aquarius and Gemini energy for me. Knight of Wands always feels like Sagittarius. Six of Cups with Scorpio. Leo, something to anticipate for the Leo collective. Queen of Swords, Ace of Swords, strong Libra energy here. Two of Pentacles, Five of Cups, Judgment, something to anticipate. I almost want to say, Libra, something's going to snap you out of something. Something's going to snap you out of something, out of a slump of some sort. You're going to hear something that will motivate you. Perhaps feel like something happened that vindicates you. It says Leo, right, with all that Libra energy. I would say you're going to hear good enough news, but more than anything, Leo, it's going to validate something that you've known already. It could be an action as well that validates something. Someone could be leaving. Someone who you'd like to see leave. Nine of Swords. Emperor. Ace of Pentacles. I want that card. Want that one. And Two of Wands. Well, Emperor and Two of Wands are both Aries energy. I have Aquarius, Gemini, and Capricorn, in addition to Libra. Leo, there's something that's been holding you back. Could also be someone that's holding you back, or someone who weighed on you somewhat. Maybe someone who, thank you for the like, maybe someone who was a little bit of a bully. Could be. I mean, that could be one of the energies that's here. Someone who oppressed you slightly, or perhaps just their presence, just the way they operated wasn't that encouraging. Something to anticipate. You will be able to step into more power soon. There's something that's going to open up for you, Leo, that's going to empower you, that's going to allow you to feel free, or going to allow you to, I'm not going to say make more choices, because you could have already, but there's a weight that's going to be lifted. And I do think that weight is because somebody's presence is gone. A relief. You're going to be getting some freedom of movement and a weight off your shoulder, weight off your mind. And you're going to feel more motivated, Leo, to go after that which you want to. Be more yourself. The air is going to become clearer to you, Leo. That's what something to anticipate for you. But essentially, I feel like there's someone oppressive is going to be out, leaving in some way. Not going to see how. Let's go on to the next collective, and that is Capricorn. Capricorn. Sun rising, 8th house, 12th house. What do we have for Capricorn? Something to anticipate. Oops. Well, that kind of fell out. We're just going to hold on to it, Capricorn. 9 of Pentacles. Something to anticipate for Capricorn. Someone's coming to make you a proposal. Someone's coming to get your attention. At the very least, someone's coming to get your attention. I can't imagine, though, in this energy, they wouldn't offer you something. Would they want something? They're going to go. They want your attention. One would think Emperor, King of Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles, an offer should be made, Capricorn. 2 of Pentacles is Capricorn energy. But also, too, those energies are rather stable. I have interaction, not so much offering, but we'll find out more. Ace of Cups. 7 of Wands. Strength. Capricorn, the message is a little Pacific. Energies that are popping up here, Capricorn. I do read my Knight of Swords. It actually fluctuates. I think I said this before, but between Gemini and Aquarius energy for me. But it could be an air sign or somebody with prominent air in their chart. We also have Virgo energy, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, and Pisces. I will say the person who's approaching, they feel like they're under pressure. Maybe a Capricorn in this energy, especially with an Eight of Swords rather, and this 7 of Wands, this person has not been exactly clear. Strong Leo energy popping up here even more though with the sun. Anyway, Capricorn, I have somebody coming in with a declaration to you. It does seem like they're rather sweet on you, Capricorn. They're going to be very direct, Capricorn. This is someone that you know, Capricorn. Someone is coming essentially into your, essentially at the highest level, Capricorn. Someone is coming into your energy. Someone who you know. They're going to try and make themselves a larger part of your focus, of your attention. At the highest level, Capricorn, they're coming to offer support. They want to be supportive. Maybe they will start off more supportive, Capricorn, to start conveying other more direct feelings. Or Capricorn, if there's somebody like this already in your energy. And someone with placements, I would also consider those placements in their Venus or 4th house energies. But we could say Venus to be the you'd have to know the time they were born, right? But this is someone that you know. But yeah, they could be, if they're already in, if someone's already in your energy being supportive, giving you time and attention, that person will probably go and make some stronger declarations towards you in these signs. Let's go on to Gemini. Something to anticipate for the Gemini collective. Gemini. Three of Cups with Hierophant. Being recognized, Gemini. Finding your place, Gemini. A place that you've worked to find or a place that you've worked to build. I want to see what's behind that 6 of Cups. 2 of Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles, 6 of Cups, and the Star. Carving out your own place, Gemini. Also, too, the air is clearer, Gemini. People working towards the highest goals, collaborative goals, support. At a high level, the signs that are popping up here: Virgo, Scorpio, Capricorn, Aquarius, Taurus, and Aries. One could say that you could be dealing with those signs. I feel like that's too broad to go and say for your own chart. But I do feel that it's interesting with Scorpio, Capricorn, Virgo, and Aquarius here. We could be dealing with the timing between what has been happening up from early fall to what will be continuing through March. But let's find out more. We have 3 of Cups for you, Gemini. Something to anticipate. Three of Cups gets a 4 of Pentacles. 3 of Pentacles. Moon. Hangman. So Gemini, what has been on your mind? What actions would you like to be able to explore, or ideas you would like to be able to explore, but haven't really had the, perhaps a foundation, the support to do so? Maybe in this energy too, Gemini, have you had ideas that maybe you shared, maybe you haven't? But those ideas have simply remained ideas. Either the buy-in from others wasn't there, Gemini, or you just simply haven't shared it with others. Gemini, under a 3 of Cups, all this energy is very pensive, reflecting, and also too some very strong ideas, some very strong methods that you'd like to go and implement, that you get a chance to. Energies that are here, interesting in the fact that I have, if we're going to go and also pay attention to zodiac signs, now we can go and consider this also in your own chart, Gemini. Do you have, I'm going to say, Capricorn and Pisces placements? Take a look, Gemini, at where they sit in your natal chart. Maybe it's the empty house. But we have our energy split right between it. I have Capricorn here. I have Pisces there. We can also think you could be dealing with a Pisces, or somebody with significant Pisces or Capricorn energy, Gemini. Also, Gemini, and you could also be dealing with the time frame, again, of, well, this time it would be mid-December to mid-March, if we're talking about timing, if we want to consider timing. But essentially what I have here, Gemini, is I have you being able to work on those ideas and dreams that you either haven't been able to get support from, buy-in, or maybe you haven't even been able to communicate it. If you have communicated it, it hasn't really gone anywhere. Gemini, now's the time to go and present your ideas again. In this energy too, I would say this is a little larger than the workplace. I also wonder if this is something that requires you to go out into circles that you haven't normally tapped. That could be a GoFundMe. That could be reaching out and asking friends to go and work with you on something. I don't know, but it's about reaching out and expanding in ways that you didn't before. Not to say you can't go and tap perhaps the people that you've already been speaking to about it, but something to anticipate for you, Gemini. Essentially, you're going to be able to get momentum and to start working on your ideas, the ideas that you've been holding on for a while, that you've been working on for a while, and you're going to get greater support or support. This should be a very creative time for you, Gemini. Start working on your own ideas, your own goals, your own projects. And as you need help and support for it, Gemini, go and seek it through various channels. Aquarius. Something to anticipate for the Aquarian collective. Let's see what I have for you, Aquarius. Queen of Swords, Two of Cups, and a meeting. Someone coming to you in warm energy. Okay, maybe that's a little warmer than warm. Someone has been on the other's mind quite a bit, Aquarius. Okay. This is something to anticipate for Aquarius. Alrighty. So we have our friendly little Two of Cups here. Two of Cups is always a quiet energy to me. Very warm, very bright. It's almost similar to Page energy. Page energy is very fresh, at least in the decks, the traditional decks. Very, very fresh, very delicate. Slightly eager, but the eagerness is toned down here with in a Two of Cups. But, it's nice energy. Not to say this couldn't be nice, but this is rather intense. If this is like someone talking very softly, Aquarius, this is like a rock concert. Very, very loud. Very, very loud energy, Aquarius. Somebody is in your energy. Very, very, very loud. And I think they're actually going to come out a lot more calmer, Aquarius, than they are internally. Someone, Aquarius, someone along the line has been obsessing, wanting, demanding, working, fiddling. We could say we have soulmate energy here, Aquarius, with Two of Cups and then a High Priestess and a Magician. We definitely have a connection being made, but this is a connection being made, Aquarius, that someone has really manipulated for. Maybe with a Queen of Swords here, Aquarius. One should keep a very level head about things. But it also feels like, too, a Queen of Swords. So one, I would say, a little downfall perhaps to a Queen of Swords is, a Queen of Swords has expectations. And if you know what kind of expectations that someone expects, if you know how to present and match what someone is looking for, then, sort of the Queen of Swords guard gets down, which makes this energy even more intense because we have some very strong, quite like to use the word blanketed, but we do have manipulative energies here, Aquarius. Someone is crafting an image based on what they know or what they assume you'd like. Someone's also appearing a lot more mild-mannered, a lot more reasonable, a lot more delicate than they are, Aquarius. So yeah, you got someone here who very mild manner on the outside and a raging tempest in the inside. This person probably likes you, Aquarius, but they also something else you a whole lot. You also have a bunch of fours here too. Gee, look at that bottom of the deck energy. Fours may be relevant, but with that Four of Pentacles, Four of Swords, Ace of Cups. Do we have some more strong Cancer? Yeah, we do. Well, you know, Cancerian energy pops up here. But anyway, it's just like this person has a lot of emotion. Cancer, Aquarius. They have a lot of they have a lot of emotion towards you. And with these four energies, it's like they've been sitting and brooding on it. Anyway, this is rather an intense package. If I was to start reading just all the signs that are coming up here, well, I have Libra, Capricorn, Gemini, Pisces, Capricorn, Libra, Cancer. But yeah, somebody essentially, you have a meeting coming up. That meeting could appear to the other as great. Also very exactly what you're looking for. Very smooth energy, everything flows naturally, but I can assure you that everything's flowing naturally, but inside there's a whole thunderstorm going on with lightning and sleet and hail and flooding. Okay. Something to anticipate for Aquarius. Oh, yeah, someone's coming to engage with you. Someone's coming to get your attention. Someone, do I say they like you? Well, they something you. Aquarius, twos may also be significant in addition to the fours. We have three cards that have a vibration of two. Well, we can think about fours. Fours is also solidification, you know, a stance. Twos are all about relationships, partnerships, creating connections. Aquarius, someone or connection is going to be made, Aquarius. Perhaps both parties really want it. Could be that too. But a connection is going to be made, Aquarius. Or previously, it was thought to be not possible. Someone in this energy too could be very obviously closed off. Somebody wanted to engage, someone did it, someone wanted to see, someone isn't. Also in this energy, Aquarius, could be someone has been watching you quite intensely, or vice versa. Essentially, Aquarius, someone has been working their way to make a connection. They've been waiting for a chance to make that connection. Oh, Sagittarius energy comes up here and pops up too. If that person could have significant Sagittarius placements. But everything here too speaks of timing. Something to anticipate, Aquarius, I'm going to say come Capricorn season, come December, mid-December, mid-January. There's a connection going to be made that someone has been working quite hard to make. Someone has been gathering, at the very least, their courage to approach for. I'm not going to go and wonder why do we have those intense cards like Devil, Magician, High Priestess. In that energy with that fours, sitting of fours. Lots of fours, lots of time has gone by. But that's what I see for Aquarius. Anyway, thank you for the likes. Shall I do one more? So maybe I'll do one more sign. We'll do a bonus. one more bonus or one more sign. Let's see that bonus sign. And that will do. Take it here. 4 of Cups is Cancerian energy. Do something to anticipate for Cancer. So if you're watching this after the fact, you can also check out the reading I gave Cancer on the last video 2 or 3 days ago. I don't recall what that message was at all. I barely remember what Scorpio's message was. They go in and out so quickly. Anyway, something to anticipate. For Cancer, 5 of Cups. What have you been sad about, Cancer, over a period of time? Something has perhaps taken your joy, or will your joy be returned? Your joy will be returned. Overcoming a past situation, past people, joy will be returned to you. Seven of Swords in this energy, Cancer, is a little ambiguous. And I say that because your joy is being returned. Is it something that you'll have to grab for yourself, or does this refer to the one that took it? Energy is coming up here, Cancer. Scorpio, Aquarius, Pisces. Scorpio. Interesting, considering that we just wrapped up Scorpio season. Something has disintegrated for you, something that needed to be disintegrated for you, Cancer. Anyway, we have King of Pentacles, 2 of Swords, 4 of Swords, 4 of Pentacles. I'd say, Cancer, this isn't necessarily something you have to grab onto. This is something swirling around you. And the energy is, well, things were going on. One could say with the Sun and the Moon, you have been protecting your own space. Also, too, I'm going to say with some of the cards that we just pulled, especially that bottom of the deck energy, we had Judgment, Wheel of Fortune, and some other things in here. This feels like protecting your own space, protecting your own destiny, also to the world that you create, the bubble that you have inside your own auric field. You know, sometimes, Cancer, an auric field could be anywhere from a couple of inches, depending upon what kind of vibration you're in and how strong you feed that vibration. It's been proven that auric fields can actually go up to several hundred feet, which is why sometimes when somebody enters a room or leaves a room, sometimes have you ever noticed how the energy could shift? Or maybe you enter a room and everyone looks, or enough people look, or maybe you look, right? So they have a presence that just sort of commands that. And also, too, when they leave, there's a relief. Anyway, getting caught up in that. I want to keep this at a high level. Anyway, yeah, I feel like whatever you have been operating in, whatever sort of boundary you've been operating in, you've been really maintaining that. Not much can get into that. Done a good job of establishing a barrier, a sense of self, a steady cadence of your own energetic bubble. I do feel like something has released itself, if that's the right word to say. I almost wonder, though, if what's been released, Cancer, is someone's conscience. Someone has been their own greatest enemy, Cancer, towards something that they realized that wasn't really nice of them to do. They don't want to acknowledge that they're that type of person, but they prove themselves to be that type of person. Something to anticipate. Well, Cancer, I have someone here who's trying to be better. Maybe they're not given the chance to be better here, but they're trying to be better. Four of Swords, Four of Pentacles. Is this someone, Cancer, who has something to prove to you? They could have something to say to you, too. Something to say to you that they were not able to. Timing is way off. One would think that they would know it. Something to anticipate. I don't want to say too little, too late. But something that should have been done much, much earlier. Someone's going to do if you give them the chance to. They're at least going to offer it, Cancer, whether or not you whether or not you take it, or whether or not you want to deal with something. I feel like essentially what they could be offering is a little small. But maybe not in King of Pentacle energy. But King of Pentacles overall is not really surrounded by the best energy. This is someone who's trying to be better, but they're trying in small steps. And also, too, their being better is contingent upon what kind of reception they get. If they feel like you give them a warm reception, they'd give out more. If they feel like you would not, they would give out a little. Essentially, this person is still a little tight and a little selfish. Did I say signs? Libra. Both of this is strong Libra. Two of Swords, Four of Swords. Capricorn, Scorpio, Aquarius. Oh, yeah, and then we had some Leo poking back here, didn't we? We did. Anyway, that's what I see for Cancer as a bonus one. That's all I'm going to do. And seeing how my little kitty doesn't want to come up here and turn this into a cat cam. I think I'll turn this down. Is there another video I can do? Well, maybe later. Until next time, everybody, thank you. Bye-bye.